I'm forgetting. Pastor Charles, you're telling me you're forgetting, but you just said that every time you see that scar on your arm, you remember the infection that was there and how they took you into surgery to remove the arm, but God allowed it to be there. The scar reminds you. If the scar reminds you, then how are you forgetting? How? What are you saying, Paul? I have this affliction. I have this scar. What are you saying? Paul is saying forgetting doesn't mean that you don't have any recollection of it. Because I pray that you do. I don't want you to lose your ability to recall. Because if you lose your ability to recall, you won't be able to recall what God has done for you in the past and relate it to your present situation and know that if God has brought you through that in the past, that he can bring you through this. What are you saying, Paul? Forgetting those things that are behind. Paul is saying to a 21st century church that in order to press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling in Christ Jesus, you got to let it go. Let it go. What if I walked around in my house all day long talking to my wife and my son about how I felt in the hospital and how they had to do 7 surgeries and how this hurt me and how that hurt me and how it was degrading to me as a man to have to sit there in the hospital and my wife was going and having to sustain the family? What if I just keep rehearsing that all day long? Darius will come in the house and put the headphones on. You know how those young people do. Oh God, here he come again with that story. Let it go, Paul is saying. Stop rehearsing it. Get it out for the last time. And don't bring it up no more. It's destroying our marriages. It's destroying our relationships with our children. We keep bringing up the same thing over and over and over again. Paul is saying, church, let it go. Guess what? It's not going to change the situation. But it just makes me feel better if I can bring it up and tell you in your face again how you made me feel. But when you're finished, what have you accomplished? Well, I just feel better. But what have you accomplished that's pushing you towards the prize? The problem is we've lost focus of the prize. Because if we were really focused on the prize, it wouldn't be so difficult to do the things that push us in the direction of the prize. Minister DeMond decided he wanted a bride. He couldn't do things that would push him further away from the bride. He had to alter and restructure and change his life so that he could prepare himself to take a bride. He couldn't just think, hear me church, he couldn't just think like a bachelor anymore. He had to rechannel his thought pattern. Rechannel the way I'm processing. I have to now process through the lenses of a man that it's 2 of us now and not just me. Because if it's just me, you know, I can just throw things around the house and lay them any kind of way, but I got to start getting myself together now and being me because she ain't going to have that in this house. He laughing, she ain't going to have it. You have to change the way you think. Change the way you live. Paul says, this one thing I do, forgetting.